grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked by Chad Muma.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to set him right out of this crowd.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And they will take a knee here. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brand, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys,
their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.